YouTube, what's happening, man? Check it out, right? This Intergalactic Brew. You already know that. Check this out. I got something I want to say, man. This goes out to all my MMA fans out there. Now I know it might be only a select group of y'all that have actually bothered to even watch this sorry excuse for an Ultimate Fighter. Okay? But I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there right now. I'm getting pissed and I'm getting bored. I mean, it's one thing to see skill and technique, but it's another thing to see nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean like when a fighter is on his back and he has the opponent on top of him in his full guard, why is he not attacking from his back? Why am I not seeing any submissions? And if the guy on top of him is in the guy on bottom's guard, why is he not punching him? Why is he not throwing elbows or ground and pound, to use a better term? I'm telling you, man, these dudes on the Ultimate Fighter, if they don't step up, like, people are going to get a bad perception of this show. If these guys don't start doggone fighting, people are going to start getting a bad perception of this show, and nobody's going to want to watch it again. Seriously. These guys are on here acting like a bunch of punks, acting like they're scared to throw a punch, a kick, an elbow, whatever the case may be. It really seems like these guys are scared to attack. And I don't understand why. You are fighting. This is called the Ultimate Fighter. Not the Ultimate Standoff. Or, you know, not the Ultimate Hold Down. Or whatever you want to call it. If y'all just want to stand and pitter-patter with each other, go do fencing. Okay, go to the Olympics and go compete in the fencing contest. That's what fencers do. Fencers time, you know, fencers time and wait, and then finally, you know, they start to you know, engage after such a long time of stalling. So if anybody on the Ultimate Fighter wants to stall, go do fencing. But if you are in the Ultimate Fighting Championships, you're supposed to fight, dude, not stall. Now, like I said, I understand that mixed martial arts is a technical sport. It's not, you know, a sport of brawling, or, you know, just people getting into wild exchanges or whatever and cutting people open and stuff like that. I know that. But at the same time, if you're fighting, first of all, look at what you're fighting for. You're fighting for a 6-figure contract. 6 figures. That's close to $1 billion, man. 6-figure contract for the UFC, the biggest MMA promotion on the planet. That's what y'all are fighting for. Now you telling me you done flew all the way out to Las Vegas from y'all's hometowns just to stand there and stall? Or if you take each other down, just to lay there and you know, um, um, tap each other. That fight I just saw there, those guys weren't punching each other. They were tapping each other. Matter of fact, they were love tapping each other. That's what you call a love tap. There weren't no punches being thrown. It was a whole bunch of love taps. Okay? So, I'm just speaking my opinion on this, man. As a viewer of The Ultimate Fighter, and this is one of my favorite shows, or supposed to be one of my favorite shows that comes on television. I'm just speaking from a viewer's standpoint. I'm tired of seeing all the laying and love tapping on the ground and the stalling standing up. I want to see some good, technical, spirited fights. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see blood. You know, I'm not one of these hardcore, sadistic fans that just wants to see blood or just wants to see somebody, wants to see somebody knocked unconscious or whatever. I don't want to see that. I want to see some good, skillful, technical fighting. I want to see two fighters' skill sets put on display for my viewing pleasure. And I'm not seeing that in this season so far. It's been only one good fight. One good fight. And this is, how many episodes are we into The Ultimate Fighter now? Hold on one second. 7 episodes. Out of 7 episodes, y'all, it's only been one good fight. And that was last week. And you wonder why The Ultimate Fighter's ratings have gone down. You wonder why. This was supposed to be the cornerstone. This was supposed to be the hallmark, as they say, of the UFC. This is where, you know, other fighters from all parts of the world get their break here. This is MMA's American Idol, if you want to put it like that. This is MMA's X Factor. You know what I'm saying? I hate to put it in that type of comparison, but this is what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be where you're an ordinary fighter fighting on independent shows and other independent areas around the country, and you come to the UFC to get your break. This is where you're supposed to take it up to another level. This is where you're supposed to put on your best fights. Right here. And these guys sitting up here stalling and love tapping each other on the ground. Now, I've never trained mixed martial arts. I understand that. But damn it, I've got a right to speak my mind. And that's what I'm doing. I hope this stuff gets cleared up, man. I hope the next couple of weeks leading up to the finale, I hope we actually get to see some good, hard fights. And again, I'm not talking about, you know, just guys getting into wild exchanges with each other. I'm talking about full martial arts skills being put on display. That's what I want to see. Guys displaying their skills of martial arts inside that octagon. That's what I want to see. Because I'm telling you, man, if I have to sit through this season of love tapping and stalling, like, I'm not going to watch the rest of this season. I'm not. I'm not going to watch the rest of this season. I'm going to tell you that right now. I hope Dana White really gives it to these guys the next episode. I really hope he gets his point across. I hope he gives these guys some tough, harsh love and let these guys know that they need to start fighting and stop acting like some punks, stalling on the feet and love tapping and dry humping each other on the ground, and start really fighting. Because I'm telling you, man, like I said in the beginning,
threat has been detected.
This is going to give the UFC and the Ultimate Fighter a bad perception. And you know the Ultimate Fighter is known for being one of the best reality television shows ever. I know that. Y'all know that. And these fighters that are fighting on this season of the Ultimate Fighter know that. They know that this is not what the Ultimate Fighter stands for. So, I'm going to need somebody to grow some balls and actually step up and actually give a good mixed martial arts fight. For real. Like Dana said, man, this ain't no summer vacation. This is real life. I know plenty of people right now that are still trying to make it into the quote-unquote big time of MMA, that would give their right limb. Hell, they might even give the right side of their body to be on this show because of the opportunities that present itself. And these guys are sitting up here stalling and afraid to engage in some action, or afraid to attack off of their back, or afraid to just fight, period. At least that's how they're acting. Now, I know all these guys on here can fight, and I know they're not scared to fight, but I don't know what their expectation was. Yes, this is a competition. Yes, there are judges in this competition, but at the same time, you don't fight to get the approval from the judges, or at least you shouldn't. You should fight to win. And when I say win, if it means you knock your opponent out, so be it. If it means that you make your opponent submit, so be it. But just because there are judges involved in this competition does not mean that you should rely on that. Because the same crap is going to happen what happened tonight. That Mike Hill guy, I don't believe he won that fight. But at the same time, the Matt, I'll just call him Matt because I forget his last name, but Matt didn't really do anything too convincing to win the fight either. So unfortunately, you have situations like that. And I'm tired of seeing all this controversy. I'm tired of seeing certain guys get shafted out of fights that they should have won. And that's all because of these guys stalling when they're standing up and barely hitting each other or making something happen on the ground. That's what happens. That's where the controversy comes in. I mean, you would think they would get tired of that. Seriously. It's been 2 controversies on The Ultimate Fighter so far. One was the week before, where it should have went to a 3rd round, or it might have been last week, I don't know. But either it was the week before or last week One fight should have went to a third round and it didn't. And here comes this week. One opponent, one opponent hadn't done nothing the whole fight. Other opponent won 2 rounds out of 3 and still didn't get the win. What does that tell you? Anyway, I'm not going to hold y'all too long, man. I just wanted to come and I just wanted to speak my piece on this. And I'm sure it's a lot of y'all out there, if y'all do watch mixed martial arts and if y'all do watch The Ultimate Fighter, y'all will strongly agree with me. These guys need to, stop punking out and stop shying away from the moment and realize that their livelihood, their career, and their future in MMA lies right here on The Ultimate Fighter. The time is now. And, if they keep fooling around and, not doing nothing to win the fight or not fighting like they want to win, then, they're not going to succeed. So, anyway, I guess we'll have to sit and wait. Well, we'll have to, I should say, wait and see what happens next week. Hopefully, this is the last week of, these lackluster fights. I hope this is the last week of this. I hope from next week and beyond, I hope we actually get to see the fights that, we've been dying to see. At least I hope now. That's the only thing I can do. But, if this season is lackluster, man, the UFC is going to lose a lot of credibility. Not only from the MMA world, but also from Fox even. So, we'll see, man. Hopefully after Dana White gives these guys some tough love and a good talking to, hopefully they can turn it around and, grow some balls and actually go out there and, give the fans that are watching these guys every Friday when they could have been watching something or doing something else, some good fights. So, we'll see. But anyway, that's really all I had to say. Y'all be cool. I'm out. 2 fingers.